Hey, it's Anthony with Land Title. I wanted to bring you our final update of 2022. So this is all the Denver information for Greater Denver Metro. I just want to remind you as you're taking on listing appointments this springtime and into the winter here, if you need any data or information, I'm happy to help get that for you and help you provide that and just even help giving you talking points if you need it to work with your clients. All right, so here's what's going on first. You can see that at 1.2% increase in average sales price year over year, we've been chasing that sales price down since about April, but I think some of that's largely due to the composition of sales. But the other portion of this is the fact that, we've really seen with those interest rates rising, just the affordability becomes so much more difficult. So you have so many less buyers in the marketplace, and people seem to be negotiating down every single month. But I think we're about to see that turn, right? In that January, February timeframe, you're going to see a lot more buyers into the marketplace because that's just traditional seasonality, and that's going to affect this largely as well. We're up only 1% in the median as well. So this is really flattened out in this market. Now, keep in mind, compared to other markets in the country, this area is doing remarkably well. So other places have actually seen a pretty decent drop in sales price. Now, this one is our average condo townhouse sales price, the attached product. You can see it's still up 6.5%. It has done really well this year. There's definitely areas that have done better, but because of that 2020 mark, prices were a little lagging getting to where the detached prices were. So we still saw, as people have kind of shifted into more affordable product, that there's been a lot of, activity in this price range. So 6% increase up to 463 is a really good sign. Median's at 400,000 instead of 380 last year. It's a 5% bump. Healthy increases, right? So the big thing here is we're kind of looking towards that, price per square foot as a gut check to see what's going on. And that's actually showing us down a little bit, 2.2% for single family and 1.9% for condo. Now, I think that even though those have been trending down, we're still in a pretty healthy market here, but the composition of sales has changed so drastically because of the price of money that I would say that these aren't a fair comparison. So keep in mind that this market is fairly well balanced with where we were last year, even though the product type's so different. Now, one thing that is a huge difference is just the active units on the market. Now we're up almost 90% in active inventory. We have 4,612 homes on the market. That is nowhere near where we need to be for balance. We're still so short, right? I mean, we're really, really short on inventory. We only had 1,700 homes come to market last month. Now, that 1,700 homes is like a 34% drop from this time last year. You can see over the last banded 3 or 4 years here that we have really been experiencing, high sales activity and high new listing activity during the last few years because the market's been so good. Now that buyers have decided to slow down, so have listings, right? You're really starting to see that in the last half of the year where they've been trending much, much lower than we've seen in years past. So that stopped that inventory level from rising as fast as it could have. Now, as far as buyers and what they're seeing and what they're doing, they have really pulled back on going under contract because the cost of money is so expensive, but that hasn't affected the month supply of inventory enough, right? We only have 1.2 months of inventory. That can easily rise to 2 or 2.5 like we saw back in 2019 pretty quickly. And I would expect that we're probably headed that direction next year, but we started so low, a half a month of inventory this year, that we just really haven't experienced the kind of swing that you would expect because there's just so much pent up demand and just not enough listings on the market for these buyers and sellers to really trade hands. So you're going to see that take place in 2023. So that's a good sign for the market. The other thing is that we've seen this huge slowdown in the pace of the market. But what we don't understand, or what most people don't feel, is the fact that 42 days in MLS is really similar to pre-pandemic numbers. So think 2019, 2018, pre-pandemic, we were sitting right around the same place we are now. And so we're kind of just getting back to that normal pace of the market. Yes, it's 150% higher than it was a year ago at 17 days, but 42 days to go under contract in the winter is really not that bad. So put everything in perspective there a little bit. The other part of this is if you're looking for a deal, this might be our best chance to go get one. December saw a 98.4% listed sale price, 3% less than this time last year, which was the high water mark. And here we are in a time period of maybe that 2014 levels. And honestly, this doesn't even take into account seller concessions. And we've seen a lot of those with people taking advantage of those 2-1 buy down programs. So if you have any other questions, I'm Anthony at Land Title. I can definitely help you out with the submarket data if you're looking for that as well. If not, thank you so much. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. I'll catch you next time.